Good evening, VPG. Slightly later than usual, but we made it. Crisis averted. Domino. Looks like we made it. How the devil are you, good sir?
Before we start, do you need about 30 seconds to a minute just to decompress what happened there, or are you okay?
Oh, no, I need longer than that, but the show must go on, as they say. Come on, we know this.
Oh, mate. Yeah, just watching that in the background was really interesting. I didn't know what was going on, April, but I was entertained nonetheless.
It makes two of us. Anyway, computer woes aside, although I'm not taking the blame for this, that has nothing to do with us. Welcome to week number 3, VPG season 16. We are kicking off with the VPG UK Premier, and it is one of the season's early favourites, FG, taking on a QPR side who currently sit 9th in the table. I don't think they'll be too displeased by that, but they've got lofty ambitions, as do FG Domino, which makes this a sight to behold. Would you agree?
Yes, April. To be fair, I think QPR, we've known the ups and downs that happen with QPR. We know this is a very good team, April. Just never hits the heights they normally expect themselves. But I think early stages, being in 9th position, getting some wins on the board, April, is helpful for them. But yeah, they are against a formidable FG team, and excited to get this one underway.
Formidable indeed, and formidable for a reason. They have got big time ballers all across the park. QPR go into this as underdogs. I don't think they'll mind too much, providing they didn't concede there, and they don't, thanks to that tackle from NATO. But I think if QPR want to hit those heights, which they definitely do, they're going to then want to make a statement against teams like this, and that is not how you go about doing it. You try and keep these top teams out for as long as possible. Domino, they managed 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, I tell you what, with Porridge up top and again the sporting cast of Bailey as well, and Chris up there, it's always going to be a hard task. Charlie's a fantastic goalkeeper. We know Charlie's ability, Able, and he made the right call, faked one way, got a hand to it, it just wasn't strong enough. The warning signs were early on, Able. They did get in and they had opportunities, and we're only 5 minutes into our virtual game, and here it again, a little bit of a hot go for QPR, Able. Charlie is going to be needed, April, I can tell you.
He's going to be earning the bucks tonight. But yeah, Porridge up front, who by the way is in scintillating form. I do think he got team of the week for week number 2, playing up front. And do you know what? We joke usually about where he ends up on the pitch, but clearly, it doesn't matter where you put him. He's going to do the business.
Yeah, Porridge is that kind of guy. He's probably one of the best utility players you could have in your team, April, but he's a bags man for sure, and I want him staying in his position because you know he's good for it up there, April.
Well, 5 goals so far this season. He'll certainly be sticking around up top as long as he keeps banging them in like that. And let's see what QPR have got in response. So far, not too much against a rampant FG. Here they go again. Kimmy Seasons cutting inside to Chris, gets the tackle in. NATO completes the clearance. Nothing sticking so far for QPR up top, although here they go with Sins. They've got Yoran up top as well, and you know fine well he only needs a sniff. Recycle all the way back to the QPR gaffer.
It's got a frantic feeling this beginning.
People have got itchy trigger fingers over the weekend, Dominoes, waiting for Monday evening to come around, and then all of a sudden 3 or 4 days of no pro clubs. This is what you get. Chris picks the pocket of the centre half, slides it through. Arcelot, NATO there again. He's having a good start to the game. But QPR living dangerously so far. 17 minutes in, it is FG1, QPR 0, VPG UK Premier. Brought to you live in 720p.
Oh my April, there's just people queuing up in that box for them. And I'm unsure where QPR are going from here. They do look, and I don't think they'll mind me saying this, the 6s and 7s all around the park, April. I can't see a confirmed shape for QPR, especially when they're coming forward. And they're losing the ball too frequently in dangerous areas, April. I mean, to tighten up, what would you expect Charlie to be saying to this boys this early on?
Hang on in there. as long as it's 1-0, hang on in there, because you know you've got the firepower up front in the likes of Yoran, like Vegetas on the wing. They can do damage. You've just got to hang on in there. We've seen it time after time, especially this season as well. Games where teams are hanging on in there, all it takes is a goal to swing the tide a little bit, and often it's been a game of two halves. What we've seen so far in this game cycle, if QPR can go in at 1-0 or no further damage, I think they'll be okay with that. They knew they were going to have a tough game against FG. Everyone does. Everyone playing FG knows that. But at 2-0, at 3-0, then heads will start to drop, and the belief all of a sudden starts to whittle away, which very may well happen here, and it looks like it is. It's dwindling thanks to that man, Chris R. Fires it home from close range past a helpless and a hapless Charlie in that QPR goal. Doubles the lead for FG. It's 2-0 in 30 minutes.
Yeah, Charlie's a smart key break ball, but I think the striker there, Chris, just held on for Charlie to make a move, and as soon as he did, he punished it. There's nothing you can do in that position.
Nope.
Great striking, and great gameplay from Chris up front. I expect nothing less.
Yeah.
And again, QPR, I mean, to be fair, when they get the ball out of that press, there are spaces to attack and there are spaces to be hit. They're showing it now here, 8-ball. They just need to put a bit of fear into FG, because currently FG are playing with all the confidence in the world.
Yeah, they are, and they look good value for it as well. They are still unbeaten in this league after I think it's 9 games they've played. So again, good value for it. I don't think this one's going to shock people if we gave halftime live updates, but I mean, QPR, we spoke about being 1-0 down at halftime, how they would bite your hand off for that now, but again, a goal out of nothing, a free kick, a corner, a counter-attack, because like you said, the spaces are there, they've got the players. However, at the moment, FG haven't even really needed to get out of third gear. They are playing like a team who often finish there or thereabouts, Domino, and that was the shout for them again this season from ours truly. Oh, on the overlap is Dean Smith, keeps it low. Good save from Charlie. Studs. Off the studs, Domino.
And Dean Smith, obviously that utility winger, left back, can do what he wants. I mean, we've always talked about both the wide players for this team.
Oh no, cleared off the line. Charlie got stuck underneath it. A great corner. Absolute fired into that back post, but that would have been lights out for QPR, who on the counter-attack here with Yoran, it might actually be his first touch of the game. Gives it to his strike partner, Sims, and it is tame in the end for a world-class goalkeeper like Waddy. But end-to-end stuff, Dom, I'm here for it.
Oh my 8-ball. That is an absolute raking pass, all of 80 yards. It's incredible.
From the keeper to the striker, taken under a spell as well. Good stuff on both sides, to be fair. Porridge over to Dean Smith, as Domino was saying. Got a little bit more freedom playing in left midfield tonight rather than that left or right back. Almost got a goal to his name, not for the studs of the QPR gaffer. There might be time to do a little bit more damage here. Edge of the box, went for it first time. It is going to be confirmation of the referee's whistle. And FG 2-0, I think what they don't want to do now is go into halftime thinking, yep, job's done. Job's done, because we saw on that counter-attack, Domino, that there just is a little thing to worry about there, in the shape of Sims, in the shape of Yoran. But Domino, I'm gonna put a bit of pressure on you now. What is the likelihood, in your expert opinion, of that happening?
Yeah, you give it to me there. I think it's the under the 10% mark, 8-ball. I mean, FG have been relentless. They've been clinical going up front. They've been ruthless in their press and even their defensive one-on-ones. At the minute, I don't think QPR have got a foothold in their game. They got one bright spark with both the strikers combining to get a shot off. Other than that, 8-ball, it's going to be hard to keep stemming the tide. You're 2 goals down, so you have to go out there and leave yourself a bit more exposed to play. But I don't see how QPR get this. But pro clubs is a strange thing. 1 goal in a 2-goal lead changes the dynamic of people's mental state. Well, if they can get something here early, 8-ball, and they can get some confidence, because I think it's what they're lacking at the minute. It's just they look like they're playing with a little bit of less confidence here. They're unsure on the ball. They're rushed on their passes. A goal will change a lot of things here, April, for both teams, and for the neutral, let's hope it's a QPR goal.
Well, they say it's a dangerous lead, don't they? 2 goals, but FG at the moment sitting pretty, but as Domino said, I think the neutrals and those at the top of the table will be praying for an FG downfall, but so far it's only looking like going one way, Domino, and that is in favour of the team 2 goals to the good.
Yeah, and I want to highlight Jack in that CDM position, April. I think everything's coming through him.
Oh, Bailey Ince, edge of the box, nobody was there, but once again, Domino, Porridge just using that target man role. And because he is such a utility player and a bagsman, but he's almost a bit of a complete striker.
Yeah, I mean, and then he can fill in, like, he can be used as a utility player.
Well, a corner under unusual circumstances. I can't see if the player is back at the moment, looks like, and nobody's wandering off. Maybe his controller died, Domino. No, he's gone. He's gone. Someone on the post. Insult to injury. That is the left fullback as well. So FG may be exploiting that far side, but it's going from bad to worse unless they can get something here, which they do get a free kick. Better than nothing.
Got a touch on it. Yeah. I mean, if they can make something happen here, April, even with the lag out.
Yeah, ask the questions. Nice. Booth swings it in. Waddy comes and claims. Never in doubt. 54 minutes gone. FG 2 goals to the good, and they're finding pockets.
Yeah, put him in centre mid, April, and here is that man, Jack, as I'm telling you. Everything good's coming through him. The composure that he has in centre mid, just to pick up the ball and find a progressive pass, has been fantastic this game. Just watching him, he's been absolutely fantastic, April. And yeah, I can see the player that's lagged out is just going on walkabouts in a minute.
Yeah.
Oh my!
Porridge takes it under a spell. Good block by Nado there again. Strong contender for man of the match, to be fair, because he's kind of had to be. He's just getting an onslaught of FG foot traffic at the moment. But again, QPR are only one counter-attack away from getting themselves potentially a lifeline. Booth makes the tackle high up. Texie comes across, clears. It will be
better from QPR though. Much better from QPR, April.
Yeah. And
they'd be kicking themselves if they didn't start the game like this.
Yeah, you got to ask the question. To be fair, I mean, I think a lot of teams will come to FG and sit in for a little bit and see if they can stay in the game. There's nothing wrong with that, but when your team are cooking like these boys are at the moment, Waddy gets under it, cleared off the line, and once again, FG leaving 3 players up is a statement of intent from those boys. Gunner to B2B, he's giving it to Bailey Ince, who gives him something else in return. Picks up a booking for his troubles. 25 minutes left to go. FG in no rush here. Texie with the turn. Gives it to Albie down the line. It goes to Kimmy Seasons, who's had a very quiet game. He's just not needed. He's not been needed on that far side, Domino.
No, not at all. And what has been really impressive with FG, and they do this the whole time, is they take players out the game 3 or 4 with a great pass like that, and then they're into the back 4, or they keep their foot on the ball and just wait for the right time. Everything about them is just timed to perfection.
Dean Smith dances his way into the box, pirouettes his way through the defence, and puts this game to bed. We said he had freedom, Domino, and to be fair, we thought they might attack the other side, but why? Why would you attack the other side when you got Dean Smith on this side?
Yeah, mate. Freedom, fancy, and footloose. What a guy! He's having a field day on that side. And a disclaimer for the audience: there is fireworks going off. My dog will bark. Just that will happen. So deal with it.
It's not Domino getting excited. The only barking at the moment, Domino's got to be from the QPR gaffer. Barking at his defence. 3 goals down. 18 minutes to go. They're out of this game, but I think at the moment it's damage limitation. How much can we save the goal difference, Domino?
Yeah, and I think that's it. And like you said, April, you go there, and sometimes when you lose a half, it's like, right, let's go and win this half. I think QPR have shown a lot better football composure in the second half. Limited FG actually. It's been more of a midfield battle, and QPR have got back into the game. They do wish probably they started a bit more like this, but against his FG teammate Bull, it's hard to criticise them. They are a fantastically well-oiled team.
Kimmy Seasons doing his best Dean Smith impression, cuts it across to Chris, looking for one extra pass. I think you hit the nail on the head where, unfortunately, you do play these teams who've got 11 world-class players in every single position, and if they don't go long, they'll hurt you short, and if they don't go short, they'll hurt you long, and they'll go wide, they'll go narrow, and it's so difficult to defend against. And it's exactly what FG have done in this game. It's just they've opened up QPR. QPR have not played badly at all. It's just sometimes been like a deer in the headlights, because sometimes you have to sit back and watch teams like FG and say, yeah, fair enough. These are the teams, this is the standard. They're in that top 4, that top 5 that everyone wants to be in this league, and Baliance just absolutely fires it at Charlie. Or Vaseline on the gloves. QPR have got men forward here, but Albi is there, and once again, it's how the game has gone, isn't it? World-class players in important positions. Nickelback, for some reason, is playing left midfield now.
Well, he clearly didn't see the ball, because that was definitely a slip ball through, and he just thought to do what he wants. I mean,
why not?
Cool.
Why not? I mean, again, I say it every time we see him play. We've seen that man score a hat-trick from centre-back on stream before. So, again, he can do whatever he wants. Over the top it goes, headed home by Dean Smith.
Dean Smith just showing off what he can do in both boxes.
Yeah. Well, it might be the first game I've ever seen, Domino, where it might be offside there, right? No, it wasn't. Might be the first game where I've ever seen 2 goalkeepers being the managers of teams. There's an interesting, not so interesting stat for you.
Well, I appreciate you for sharing it anyway.
I tried. My prep for this game wasn't as good, seeing as I was trying to sort out the lifeblood of this whole stream. Yoran. Edge of the box to the CPU. CPU gives it away. Jack won't mind one bit. Yoran, can he get something for his side? Can. It's a corner, though.
Throw the keeper a bait ball, that's what I say.
Yeah, why not? Why not? Chazza would give it stacks as well if he scored.
Oh, yeah, he wouldn't even care about the 3-1 defeat.
He's just sitting on it. I think he might have just dropped his controller, if I'm honest, as he's not moving. Sims tries to take it down.
Hit it.
Edges, it falls to Gunner. Looking for that back post. Dean Smith there once again. And Nickelback wasn't even there defending the corner, Domino. He's so just done with the game. But FG certainly weren't done with that game. 3-0 could have been a lot more. Chaz and Nado at the back there, probably stemming the flow of potentially more goals, but it is FG who come out as deserved winners in the opening game of week number 3. That's VPG UK action, which takes us on to VPG UK Pro Series action. Here we go, Domino. 2 relatively unknown teams to us, about to make a potential name for themselves. What are you expecting from Cup football, Domino?
Oh, mate, I love it. Like, anytime we've got some new blood on the channel, anytime we've got new teams on the channel, we watch this not as commentators, we watch this genuinely as spectators, talking a bunch of nonsense about the teams, and that's what I love about it. It's good for these boys to be on the channel. Correct me if I'm wrong, April, maybe the first time on the channel for either team?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I've not seen either of these sides before, so welcome in, obviously, guys.
It's a big moment. It's pressure, April. How do people shine under that pressure?
Yeah, exactly. And here's where you make a name for yourselves. But as Domino alluded to, these cup games are always good. Always good. And it's why we do them. And do you know what? It's when I found out we were having no VPG Esports Cup this year or this season. It might come back. I don't know if I keep DMing Delosa, maybe he'll bring them back. But it's a shame from a spectator's point of view, because as Domino said, we absolutely love seeing the cup football. One, because it's cup football, it's knockout and everyone's just trying to get through, so it really does create just absolute mayhem and bedlam. But also, you know, we get to see new players, and that's what we love doing on this channel, and old players, to be fair. We just like seeing players, to be honest.
And I expect both teams are competing in the same league, don't they, April?
Yes, so I've got the team sheets up there, but I've just had someone in the chat saying that is not how they are lining up. So what I will do is take you off that, and you can have a look for yourself. A 4-4-2 proper British formation. Proper British formation. This first look at Ferox. This is in the team lobby, 12th in the UK champ. Crawley, Domino, 11th in the UK champ.
Oh,
game on is what I say. Top player in this side, I'm just looking to see if he is playing, and I can't see him. It is Luna is the top rated player, unless he's got a different name. And the player to watch is Flawsy up front. It's a cop out, Dom. It's a cop out. He's the top goal scorer, 6 in 8 for that man.
Lazy journalism.
It's so lazy, so bloody lazy. I mean, I got the stream up, so I got it working. I got it working. We're here. And then on the other side of that, I'll just bring it up again. For Crawley Town, top rated and top goal scorer, easy peasy, because he's the gaffer as well. It is that man up front. It is Chaz CJ. 10 goals in 22 games for him. And yeah, like I said, I think both of these sides, with it being cup football, I spoke to CJ earlier on. He said if they lose this, they're out. So all to play for this evening. Those guys want to go all the way to the VPG UK LAN, which, don't forget, this is what this is all about. So I would say there's a lot riding on this game, Domino.
Oh yeah, April. I mean, they're in the competitive scene together, in the same league together. There's bragging rights on cup football, there's bragging rights into the season as well. Yeah, there's a lot riding on it personally, and to be fair, being on stream is a big thing. As much as we're not that massive, Able, some would say.
Whoa. Are you saying they should be okay with just being on stream and not going to LAN? Is that what you're suggesting?
I think that this is something to add to their CV. Yes, Able, genuinely. Yeah.
I think a lot of people just go for the meet and greet, if I'm honest.
Yeah. Strikers in the chat, Able. Yeah.
Well, we will always do some lazy journalism. So if you're a striker, you tend to do quite well on this channel, because we are quite.
I like the confidence already, Able. People are making aware that his performance is not going to get criticised. I wouldn't say like that, but he's in the chat, in the stream. I tell you what, Able, the confidence from that man, he better bag some goals.
Well, these guys aren't rivals, but we're making them rivals because they are literally, and yeah, and now they're on stream together as well. So you're officially rivals. So in this
rivalry as well,
in this grudge match, expect fireworks. And yeah, like we said, cup football always delivers on this channel. So just sit back, enjoy your coffee, enjoy your tea, whatever you've got. Preferably a non-alcoholic beverage. It's Monday, guys, but if that's your tipple, go for it. But sit back, enjoy a bit of Ferox versus Crawley. And it's Crawley in the white, Ferox in the red. Don't be confused, because Crawley play in red as well. Just to try and catch me out. Down into Sputter. Stevenson is there, clears. I say clears, pings, actually, to be fair. Right, down the line it goes to our cameraman / top goal scorer / Ballon d'Or nominee.
He can do it all, mate. He wears many hats.
So far, not so good. The Filippo Inzaghi of UK Championship.
As we don't know how these teams play, if they're long ball football, progressive football, press heavy, it's nice to see how we're going to line up hit rate ball. And obviously, in the first 6 minutes, both teams keep a very, very nice shape.
Yeah, and it's looks like good football, as well as Stevenson plays it off Kibza for a goal kick. And we tend, do you know what? It just seems a bit less tense when we do, you know, the esports prems. It's very tense. It's like a chess match. Here is, it's like a chess match, but people have got like Uzis and blue shells
the
from
chess
Mario
pieces are on
Kart.
fire.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know what? So sometimes I like scattering them into the schedule, Domino. It makes for good viewing, and all we need here is an early goal, Domino, and that's the man you want to give it to, apparently. But Cammy comes away with it. That block shot from Florzy. Down the line it goes. Crawley from right to left, the away side tonight. Massive stakes on the line. Crawley lose this one, they are out. They won't be collecting, or they'll be collecting minimal points for that UK LAN qualification, which is what this tournament is all about, Domino. We'll be there again. Will these guys find out?
I want to hear from ADL in this country. I heard we're going to go abroad. I'm just saying that.
You said that last week as well. I don't think they are. Defeats the
always
object of a UK LAN. UK LAN live from Afghanistan.
And looking at both these teams here, April, I like the way Crawley have set up. I like the way Crawley are not being rushed at all by the way they're playing. So that he might be straight offside there.
The linesman's gagging to put that flag up, isn't he? You could see him. You could see him. Star of the show.
The smile on his face, April, we got to put that flag up.
He's also on stream, to be fair.
Yeah, it's a big pressure for everyone.
Dan, over the top it goes. This time stays onside. Shank does well, a good positioning from him. Recycles back to Stevenson, who's playing a bit of a quarterback role at the moment. He's doing it really, really well. To Rye. Ferox on that far side look quite dangerous, and a lot of their attacks have come from that way, but they do go back inside, and a lot of heavy footfall, and Crawley picked them off. Running into traffic and finds a good pass to the danger man. It is CJ, edge of the box, cuts one way. Shot blocked. Cammy picks up the loose ball. Ride definitely fouled him. They will bring it back. And don't forget, CJ was turning out for Focus, actually, who we are seeing a bit later on during pre-season. So he's got a bit to him. Here he is on the free kick this time. Shank once again positioning on Fleek. Does concede the corner though, but it looks to me that is their that's their tactic early doors, Domino, is get the ball to the talisman, get the ball to the gaffer, and we'll see what he can cook from there. Down the line it goes to Zyle.
A lot of the ball on this side.
Yeah, for sure. They're almost doing it in opposites, aren't they? Dan F. That is a fantastic ball, and Roars with a good save. Read where CJ was going to go, but just politely knocking at the door so far, Domino, which usually means Ferox are going to go and score.
Yeah, always the way. But I liked how Crawley Town just switched up the gear there. It was, I wouldn't say placid, it was more 1-2 touch, and then all of a sudden they started quickening up the pace, and then they got in behind. I like that version of their game and what they're doing, and it's great work there by Ferox. They've still got the ball, late ball, comes to that danger man, pocket pinch in the nick of time.
Some tackles flying in there as well. Some dangerous games to be played, but I like the look of that Rye on that far side,
Opening
Domino,
up.
and Dan F for Crawley Town. Shank there again, to be fair. Big
that
shout.
battle on that left-hand side would have been fantastic.
Yeah, big shout for early man of the match. Here is Florzy looking for the through ball. Spence does well. Down the line, Zyle pick it up again, and Crawley will recycle. Teams cancelling each other out a little bit at the moment. Stalemate 0-0 after 35 minutes. Like we said, there's a lot to play for at the moment, and you can almost sense it.
Yeah, I do think the game is starting to open up here. Teams are getting a bit. Oh, I thought that was the idea was perfect there, April. The execution was just a little bit off, but that's a good sign from Ferox, because I do think Crawley Town, well, they've had the bigger chances and they've probably shaded possession a little bit. Ferox opening, to be fair, going through the gears themselves, it is heating up nicely, April.
Yeah. Here is CJ. Speaking of heating up, comes in. Oh, Sassy does it very, very well there, because Crawley have got players up, and that's a naughty tackle.
Oh my, he's crippled him, April. He is absolutely crippled.
Yeah, picks up a booking for his troubles.
Yellow and a half.
I tell you what, Crawley still had the ball, but I don't think they'll mind having a free kick from this position.
Gotta hit it.
Surely, and don't call me Shirley, he's going to hit this. They're not, I was going to say they're not committing men forward. They've just chucked another man in the box, but that wall has about 9 players in. Goes over and finds the back of the net. It is the danger man, CJ. Hammers it home. He was right to take the free kick after all. Goes the wrong way and hits the back of the net. It is Chazza 1, Ferox 0.
Top scorer, top marksman, and 8 ball. Sometimes you've just got to take your cap off on strikes like that.
Or your do-rag.
Yeah. Or your do-rag.
Or your Mexican wrestler mask. He must be sweating, but I tell you what, he hits a mean free kick. 1-0 to Crawley Town just before half-time as well. Great time to score, but I think they were the side who were knocking louder.
No, I don't disagree. Don't disagree. Is that straight up play? It is. Yeah, I think Crawley Town have been a bit more adventurous in their play, a bit more creative, created the better chances. I mean, Ferox not out this game by any means whatsoever. It's just going to be now an uphill battle.
Yeah, totally agree. And there is confirmation of referee's half-time whistle. That takes us into the 45 seconds of doom. It's where Ferox manager Faitho's got to have a chat with his team. And Domino, what would that chat be? Fly on the wall, what would you be expecting him to say to get his boys back into this game? Because truth be told, they've not looked bad, but I wouldn't say it's been free-flowing. It's been carpet attacking football from Ferox, which, to be honest, I think they've got a bit of a reputation for playing, but they're almost, I don't want to say it, but they've almost not shown up.
No, I would say I'll tell my team for the first 10 minutes, we don't want the game to get away with us. We don't want to go kitchen sink too early. But what I would like to see the team do is be a bit more confident with each individual on the ball, and just to change the tempo up every now and again, just to go with the ball over the top or try and take a man on. But you wouldn't do anything too drastic from now. I think in a 60-minute mark, you're going to have a plan A or plan B. This is a worrying time.
Yeah, someone's dashboarded.
Don't worry, we are back.
Hey, that never happens. I'm going to put a round of applause on the sound effects for that. Because, to be fair, I mean, yeah, you don't see that very often. You see dashboarding quite a lot. Here is Chaz, by the way, edge of the box. Big shout out to Dan F as well in that midfield for Crawley. He's really pulling the strings. I think they almost need to move that Rye Ferox a bit more centrally just to get him doing the same thing, basically, that Dan F's doing for Crawley, because it's working well. Headed down and Fox in the box. The gaffer, the top goal scorer, the talisman, really making a name for themselves.
Preaching music. I love that celebration. I don't know where that came from.
Wow.
Oh my. To be fair, the left mid there, 8-ball, was having a wonderful game, getting the better of his counterpart, and just what Ferox didn't want to happen is that game snapped away from them. So now, in my opinion, it is kitchen sink time. You've got to then start pressing, you've got to leave men up, and we are into a very interesting...
Wow. I tell you what, Domino, I was just about to say, Crawley Town's tails are up, and that passage of play there would not have looked out of place in the next couple of games we're going to go and watch over in the VPG Sports Premier. It's crazy what just that confidence, what a goal or two will do for your side, and how Ferox would love an injection of confidence, or even just a goal. HW to the back post. Clears back out to Pepsi, 20 yards out. Good block, and here is the maestro, Dan F.
There is a need for carpet football, but when, you know what I mean, the carpet football's not working, 8-ball, they need to just get some shots on target. When they get into a position, maybe don't do the one extra. If you've got into range, have a go.
Well, the funny thing is you know, we've not mentioned the Crawley Town goalkeeper, and I don't think he'll mind that whatsoever. But it is Joe Pye, who we know and we love on this channel. So I wouldn't mind if he wanted to pop up with a save or some kind of action in the next 35 virtual minutes. I'm sure that would be nice for him. But at the moment he's had nothing to do, Domino. He might as well be up here with us.
No, and it's not saying Xerox have not been into bad positions as well. They've got up the pitch, they've got chances that the end product or the final pass has been letting them down, but I think they do need to change it, and they just need to get a little bit of offense on the goal, get the rebound for the corner, get the ball falling into the box, and yeah, I mean the defence off Crawley Town has been fantastic.
Wow,
and
that's
they're able,
maybe not what you want to do. Back post, they were queuing up. They were queuing up and skewing up. And Sassy's lagged out. He's in the chat.
Oh no.
That is not what you want. That is not what you want. 2 goals down and a lag out. Classic EA though. Dan F with the reverse pass. Of course he saw it. Zyle gives it back to the Maestro. Spudder is there for an open goal. One of the easiest goals he'll score all season, but put some sauce on it, put some swaz on it, and puts a cherry on the top of this Crawley Town performance. 3 goals to 0. Domino,
I was about to say it's going to be quite difficult with the lag out, especially it being a centre half 8-ball because the lines all go mixed. Then you can't press where you want to press, so it would be difficult. But there would always be a chance with the firepower that the Fearox have, and unfortunately they just haven't shown it. I'm going to say it's not through trying. I think Crawley Town all over the pitch have been fantastic.
Yeah, I think, like I said, that goal, it changed everything, and that is, you know, it's the old adage, isn't it? Goals change games, and it certainly did. And when you've got that in your arsenal, when you've got players who can take free kicks like that, who are high on confidence, who are happy to pick the ball on the edge of the box and say, lads, I've got this, don't worry, it makes all the difference. And today it has made all the difference. And I think if Fearox can get a goal in the next 5 minutes, then maybe they'll ask the question at the very least. But as things stand, you can see Crawley Town knocking the ball around like a team, you know, two leagues above Fearox, and they're just a place above them in the table. And there is Joe Pye. There he is. He gets his name in lights. Excellent save from him. Good effort from Fearox, and that's what they need to do more. Get that half a yard, like Domino said. Pull the trigger and see what's what. Fafo the gaffer, and to be honest, Domino, it's pretty much been Fearox's night.
It was much better that attack there, 8-ball. He used the man as a decoy. The defenders done fantastic to mark around, easy option. Gave him the tight angle, trusted his keeper in that position, but much better from Fearox. But
bearing in mind that CJ's on a hat-trick now, his team's 3-0 up. They're as good as through. I think he'll want to complete that hat-trick on stream. No, I can't lie.
Oh, mate, imagine the honours. I mean,
flicked on, and Spencer's popped up. Unlikely source for the goal. He won't mind one bit. The centre half pops it away. It is 4-0, and Fearox are just disappearing out of sight. And to be honest, I think those last 2 goals, Domino, as good as Crawley Town have been to get the ball into that mixer, not having a centre back is just a killer, isn't it?
Oh, it is 8-ball. It changes. There's a lot of places you can lag out, and at centre half, it disrupts everything. The lines where people drop off to, you're then playing where the CPU wants to play, which is miles deeper than you'd normally play. Yeah, it becomes really hard to defend. I mean, they've still got the firepower up here. Much better from them. Again, like I said, when they get opportunities to pull the trigger, and they're doing that now, 8-ball. A little bit too late, but again, heads have not dropped, which is nice to see after 4.
You know what? It's a bit similar to the QPR game. I think Fearox will be looking at, you know, some of the play they've had, which has been fantastic, and some of the half chances they've had. You know, Fafo's looked lively. Unfortunately, Flawsy's just not got going for whatever reason. But I think if they'd started the game like this, it's a bit similar to the QPR game, isn't it? Where it's a bit, you know, ifs, buts, and maybes, and that's competitive clubs in a nutshell, really, isn't it? I mean, it can be invigorating one moment and frustrating the other, and I think it's just one of those nights, Domino, where it's been frustrating for Fearox. Is it a 4-0 game? I'll let you guys decide that, but I think I know my answer there, and it's take nothing away from Crawley Town. They've been fantastic, but again, I don't think we've seen the real Fearox tonight.
Technical manual pass there, 8-ball, to play a lob through ball. It's impressive. You can see the techniques here by the team. Here we go. Oh, he just wants something. Yeah, he just wants it.
Yeah, one for the cameras. Holds it as well, by the way. Sly, we have got some VPG Esports Premier action for you after this. But Domino, you have to remind me because I had a meltdown before the stream started, so I don't have it
all
up.
good. It's Olte versus Renua. And the main event featuring the beloved Focus versus some of the channel favourites of Neom 8-Ball. I'm big fans of Neom.
I miss Neom. AC Stranua and Neom all in one stream.
Oh that's a ball
that is, by the way. The corridor of uncertainty. Keeper couldn't come, centre back couldn't commit. I mean, we said Chazza would be there trying to get his hat trick. There he is trying to just get more goals for his side. Perfect striker's performance from that man tonight. And that's what you want from your gaffer. Leading by example. We've just seen 2 gaffers in goal in the last game. We've got 2 gaffers up front this game. And one of them.
Here he is.
Maybe. Yeah, he's going to hold on to it. Of course he is. I was going to say, one of them maybe might get a hat trick, but certainly one of them's going to get the win.
Great feat from him there. He just couldn't find the out ball. They've got a chance here to get their name on the score sheet. Hit it. What ball that is, April?
They're not going to let them on. They're certainly not going to let them.
Oh, here we go.
Swings it into the back post, begging to be put away. Nothing on it, and there it is. A 4-0 win for Crawley Town. That might be enough. That might be enough to get them into the next round. Ferox, I think, will be disappointed. Obviously, 4-0 to 4-0, but I think more so with the performance. And knowing fine well that both of these sides are so close to each other in the league, it shouldn't be a 4-0 fixture, should it, Domino?
No, and I think once you're on the end of a snowball effect, like Ferox were, that goal went in, the second goal wasn't scrappy, it was well worked, and then the lag out 8-ball, it became harder and harder and harder. What I did like about Ferox, that attitude towards the game, and we talk about mentality 8-ball, but not to give up halfway through the game. They were playing the game throughout, even with the lag out. They could easily get 4-0 just in that. And the professionalism they showed on the pitch, we commend them for that. It just weren't their night. Crawley Town, what a performance, boys.
Yeah, totally agreed. And obviously, once again, thank you very much for appearing on the show, on the channel. Obviously, guys are welcome back whenever you please. Always good to have new blood on the channel. And from new blood, we've got old blood. And the reason why I'm not putting the teams up just yet is because...
Name and shame, mate. Name and shame.
I will Alte put in their team sheet so late. So let's move you over to the main screen because there is our boys Stranua. I'm very excited to come back and see those. It's been a while. It's been at least 3 weeks since I've seen these guys. That strike partnership of Mads Pitbull and Berberoy is very, very, very dangerous. And they're going to do bits this season. I think they're going to do bits. Did bits in pre-season, got themselves into the VPG Esports Premier. And the likes of Megit Bra, Mixon, Standal, Rambaros as well behind them. They've got the ability to do good things this season, Domino. And just taking a look at that league table, I just think that they're going to be disappointed because they had a good start to the season. You can see the form there. The form is naff. I don't think they'll mind me saying, but 10 goals in 8 games in a new league when you've just been promoted, and the majority of those were in those first 3 or 4 games. The signs were there, and it's just gone off the boil. Whether that's been a hard kind of run of games, I mean, don't get me wrong, there's not an easy run of games for sure in this league, but I think week 3 for Stranua is going to be a bit of a litmus test for them. Can they get back into the swing of things, and can they get back into winning ways? Unfortunately for them, they've got Alte, which are just a super team, but I think the team talk tonight, Domino, will be the fact that they are only 2 places above them in 17th. It's been a bit of a blip season for those boys as well.
Yeah, I mean, the thing with Alte, they are a superstar team. We said it about Mad Army, where you create
Domino always calls them Mad City and it cracks me up.
We always call them like there's these super teams that are put together that don't seem to gel on the pitch, where once they do gel on the pitch, it's dangerous. And yeah, Mad Army are proving what a super team can do once they gel. Don't know what's going wrong for Alte at the minute because their eyes are always on the top 5 position they should be. I do have an Alte shirt hanging up in my wardrobe as we speak, 8-Ball. I am an Alte fan. There's no harm with me saying that, but yeah, it's just one of those seasons for them where once they get into the groove and find their confidence and find their feet, they're going to be a very, very good team to, like they always are. Just at the minute, this is where Stranua wants to play them. Stranua wants to play them while they've got their tail between their legs because it's one of their best chances to take a big scalp.
No, couldn't agree more. Right, I'm going to go and get the table up because, as you can see, I can't get the stream up for some reason.
Joe Pye's in the chat though. Unbelievable save, son. You linchpin for the team.
Save at a big time as well, to be fair. But I mean, man of the match, Domino. Where you going?
Striker, mate. I mean, bagging 2 and then being
Striker,
absolutely fantastic.
Gaffer, man of the match, talisman, bagsman. There you go.
Oh, he was incredible that game. Yeah,
there you go. I mean, he'll be in a rush to get back now, won't he? Because I mean, to be fair, you could just leave your stream career there because you've had one game and there you go. It's done and dusted. I can't see anyone topping that performance, to be fair.
Tonight, yeah. Fair play.
Right, just waiting for the bot to give me some love. Because I want to know who's in this Alte team, and it's paining me that I don't know. And the thing is, like we said, they are a super team, so I kind of want the gossip. I want to know who they've signed this week.
Yes. Yeah. Who's the captain?
Alvaro.
Yeah.
And Alvaro is in the team because I've got it, Domino. I've got it.
Bring it up.
Game number 3.
Bring it up.
Bring it up. Right, it is. There we go. Let's move my head out the way so we can actually see that Alte team. And it is Loro in goal. Great goalkeeper, by the way. Valdi, Alvarez, and Hillem. Go Sol. Fantastic CDM. And Alvaro and Yasin got a bit of freedom because they've got Go Sol playing behind them, which I think is massive. And again, they've got, we said this last time when we had them on, Iske is playing up front because they had dropped Wembyama. And we were like, this guy must be good. He's an ex-FIFA pro, so yeah. So it shows how much our fingers on the pulse, doesn't it?
Oh, at 8-Ball, they've got one of my favourite players to watch, and that's Ladis, mate. The guy plays football like he's a child in the favela. Like, I just love how he does not care. Literally does not care. He plays with just such freedom. And it's inspiring to watch. His days at G-Basketball, like, when he got the ball, it's something to behold. Like, his one-on-ones, he's one of my favourite players to watch.
Well, these guys snuck into the game whilst we were sorting that out on my other screen. So here we go then. It is Alte versus AC Stranua from the 10th minute onwards. Apologies, Wembyama taking the corner there, so he has snuck into the team somewhere. Don't know where he was. Playing under an alias back post is Valdi. Due to luck.
His keeper just didn't want it, just did not want
We've seen that a few times actually. Tonight, his goalkeeper's just getting stuck under, especially from corners. But here is Norwegian legend exchanging passes with Megit Bra. Watch out for those two. Know each other inside out, and most of this AC Stranua side do, Domino. They've been playing together for years, and you can really see it in their play, because I think other than maybe the likes of Mads, maybe the likes of Megit, I wouldn't say they've got any, like superstars, like everybody knows them, no Lucas, no Polgas, but collectively they're a very, very good side, and they kind of won our hearts a little bit in that pre-season tournament. And this is what I was saying, it's such a good test for them to be playing teams like Alte and just kind of testing themselves against the best in the business,
Yeah, absolutely, 8-Ball. And Mbiyama there, he could have always gone down. He stayed on his feet on that one. But yeah, you said it there. I mean, having these teams again on the pre-season, we got to know them, got to know their football, and Shanua do play some fantastic football, and they should be here. It's not like they sneaked in a place or they didn't deserve it, April. I genuinely believe their football ability deserves them to be here, but that's that man Lattice, April, I tell you.
Ramos does well. It's going to keep coming back at them. Wembanyama in the box, gets wrong side of his marker. Lattice heads it down. Norwegian legend helps mop up. Megatbrass sets Berberoy off, looking for his strike partner, Mads Pitbull. 2 in the box. If he can find either one of them, they have passed it back to Loru, who needed to sweep up with his feet. No, exactly. Carlos very quiet when we covered these boys last week. Granted, they were playing Mad Army, but he'll be looking to change that this week. Down the line to Mads. This is where he likes to operate. Always peeling off into the wings. Ooh. First time shot. Loru was equal to it. And usually what they'll do is Mads will pull off into those wing areas and leave Berberoy occupying that central area. I mean, we've seen both of them do either at the moment, and that's what you get when you've got 2 world-class strikers up front.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that'll be the battle of who can get the strikers into their feet and what can they do. And I think that should be both game plans there. Get it both to the strikers, the wingers. Great ball there, April.
Carlos went...
Well read, April.
Yeah, he went inside out, and it's almost like his man knew what he was going to do with it. Hielan keeps it alive. Olte. Down the line it goes to Iske. Alvaro into Wembanyama, that man. There's a reason you just give him the ball. He pops it away. Left foot, top corner. First blood, Alte. 1-0, took 30 virtual minutes.
And that's his way on the pitch, saying never drop me again.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, when I say he was dropped, he was just dropped from striker to centre midfield. Maybe he's having a centre midfielder season, I don't know. But when you can finish like that, there's only one place for you in my team, and that's up front. So
yeah, criminal. Absolutely criminal.
I'm assuming he's playing up front tonight because there was a strange name on the lineup I didn't recognise, and I recognise everyone else. So we'll assume he is playing up front. Very much looked like a striker there and put it away like a striker. It's 1-0 to Alte. Wembanyama opens the scoring. I'm sure it's not his first.
To be fair, we need to go back and whose stream are we on? Are we on Alte stream? On streamers?
No, they don't have one. That was why we took so bloody long.
Right.
Ball comes in, keeper stays rooted again. Mickelson can't complete the clearance, but Megabra helps him out. Down the line it goes to Berberoy. Waiting for supporting cast. Megabra so assured in possession. Norwegian legend gets the shot off Loru there again. He's been lively in this first 38 minutes, the Alte goalkeeper, and to be honest, he's going to need to keep this Stranua side quiet, and if he can, then it'll be maximum points to Alte, and how desperately they need those. SKL goes low, fires it home, doubles the lead just before half-time. I mean, it's textbook stuff, Domino. It really is. It's good to watch, playing through the thirds. It's a half a chance, Domino, and how many times we say on this channel, just pull the trigger. He does. He did not need an invitation. He did not need to be asked twice. Pulls the trigger, puts his side 2 goals to the good.
Yeah, absolutely, April. Lattice was there as his, I would say the decoy. That football for nice, great defending, April.
Yeah, very
Lattice there was the decoy. So again, the keepers got the eye on if the ball gets shoots across to him, and that's why the shot was so effective, April. Like you said, you pull the trigger, you get results. But Stranua, April have not played badly at all. I just think the 2 attacks from Alte have been so dangerous, and it's demoralised the Stranua team.
I mean, we spoke about good ball to Alvaro breaking into that final third. Lattice goes around the outside to the byline. Tries to get the shot off, a good block in the end. And I mean, they got quite lucky there, to be fair, because I thought they were going to clear their lines for half-time. They got caught out a little bit, but the referees come to the rescue. The point I was going to make, Domino, was we were talking about world-class players just on the intro into this game. And Stranua, you know, I liken Stranua a bit like Rote, they play fantastic football. I absolutely love watching them.
Mm-hmm.
But they've got some potentially world-class players who need to go on and kind of win the Ballon d'Ors, win the top goal scorer awards, finish in the top 3 or 4 consistently before we can call them those world-class players. And Stranua have those players who can potentially go on and do that. And the same with Rote. I genuinely think, we say it season after season. With Olte, when you can go and cherry pick players like they can, they've got the likes of Iske, they've got the likes of Wembanyama, and they can say, yep, do you know what? I need a world-class striker. And to be fair, the difference at the moment, Domino, is just those 2 world-class strikers and 2 world-class strikes. That is it.
Yeah, you're not wrong, 8-Ball. And that's the difference with Alte. They could be having a poor season. They could lose every single game. And then you play them one game, they have got the ability to turn your lights out when they want. Whether they do it or not is the other question, but they've got the ability to turn your lights out on any given night, in any given game. And that's the difference in some of those teams. Now, Strua could have that possibility. They're a bit untested in this kind of format because it's their first taste of it in, again, the higher leagues. But we know Alte do possess it because we've got the data on the 8-Ball. But here is Strua coming forward.
Maz Pitbull gets wrong side, tries to slide it in. And I tell you what, Domino, if he'd got his head up, Loru.
I thought it. He went early, 8-Ball. He went early.
He went very, very early, and just a sign of life for this Stranua side. I mean, to be fair, I think I put them into the category of a good counter-attacking side anyway. You think about the Manchester United sides of old, and they had the likes of Tevez and Rooney. I put these down to that type of team. They're happy to sit in and soak up pressure because they can hit you on the counter-attack like they did there. They're so free-flowing. They've got players who can punish you, but so far, this first 51 minutes, Domino, they've not taken those chances. They've not taken those half chances. And I think, with Loru committing so much to that potential cross, I think that goes down as a chance missed.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, the ball. I thought it just ricocheted back into half there.
Ping-ponging around.
And they know, Stranua, which is the hard thing, they know they're going to get a limited amount of chances compared to the ones at Alte. So it's very vital that they take it when it comes there. And it's always a little bit of a knife in the heart where big chances like that go begging because Alte will do this. They will pick up the ball and they will get chances. They've got a lot of people that can hurt you. Lattice wins the header again, 8-Ball.
I mean, you can see that. You can see his height. He's a very tall winger / wide midfielder, and you can see, when we do our baller builds, Domino, the amount of comments we get saying, "Why is the winger 6 foot? Why is the wide midfielder 6 foot?" That's why. That's
they don't play against bots.
Yeah, because they don't have a complex and use 50 skill moves every time they touch the ball.
Yeah, we should do a bot-only build, to be fair.
Wembanyama exchanging passes with Alvarez, loses his man, comes inside to Christos, wins it back as well. Iskay, Mickelson and co do well. 30 virtual minutes. If Stranua want to get something out of this game, they're going to have to do it quick, and they're going to have to do it without conceding another, because I think a third would kill them off as good as they are going forward. But the likes of this man, Mads Pitbull, Berberoy, Mega
scrappy, 8-Ball.
Yeah.
I think that'll favour Stranua, if I'm honest with you.
Totally agree. Edge of the box, looking for his strike partner is Wembanyama. Can't find him. We'll have to settle for a throw-in. 64 minutes gone. Olte 2 goals to the good against newly promoted Stranua. And I tell you what, the hand was on the back of the shoulder.
Use his body while they're able.
Asking the question. Go Sol. Iskay trying to shift it onto that left foot and unleash like he did in the first half. Mickelson down the line to Berberoy. On the overlap is his strike partner. And we got 2 strikers 40-50 yards away from goal, Domino. When we need 2 goals, it's not where they want to be. But like you said, this Olte side, I mean, we saw how much, I think the biggest testament you can give to it, we saw how much a team like Mad Army, who are top of the league, unbeaten, how much respect they gave to this Olte side. They're down in, they're down in 17th. They're not performing to the highest level, but like you said, I think teams are going to know all about them. Teams are going to know that, on their day they can physically beat anyone in this league. I don't have a problem saying that. And AC Stranua at the moment are they're not playing a 17th place Alte, unfortunately for them.
No, exactly that. Yeah, the table does them a disservice there, and Alte, he doesn't look like he's offside there. Well, yeah. Stranua on another day, and I did say it's probably the perfect time to play a team like Alte. Maybe not today.
I didn't want to say, but you know, for as good as Alte have been as well, Lauru's been one of their best players, to be fair. So again, thinking of kind of high points to pick out for this Stranua side, there is that. However, I don't think they want high points. They want actual real life points, VPG Sports Premier points, and at the moment they're not getting any.
Oh, fantastic!
Standal does well. Go Sol is there once more. He's had a fantastic game here. Is the man with the afro, sends a man for a Twix.
He's been fantastic this game, mate.
Yeah, he's world class. He doesn't respond to my DMs either. Lattice to Alvaro. Go Sol. Rambaros, good work from him. Mads keeps it alive to Megabra, who we know can find a pass. Standal, good feet from him on the overlap. Is Mixon, our cameraman, and just caught out as it was looking promising. But tell you what, Rambaros has done brilliantly, like he did all week in that VPG Esports Premier qualifying tournament. Yeah. He was amazing that week. Mickelson gets to the byline, keeps it on the deck. Yeah, exactly that.
Just off a wavelength with his team now.
When it's not your night, they can't even get the bloody corner. They do go long. Valdi clears. Standal puts it straight back in the mixer, and I think he was offside anyway, which I don't think you'll be too mad about because the header wasn't going anywhere. But 6 minutes to go, and if AC Stranua are going to get something, they're going to need something now. And here we go. Mads, it opens up. Oh, he's put it away. A huge finish with the sunnies on as well, which makes it even more impressive. But more impressive is it halves the deficit and gives AC Stranua a lifeline back into this game. It is AC Stranua 1, Alte 2, and they picked off that pass and then picked up a world-class pass. I have to look back to see who did that as well, because hats off. Great pass, great interception, and Mads Pitbull, I thought he took a bit too long taking the shot, Domino, I must admit, but again, that's why he's down there and I'm up here.
Yeah, Chaos 5 minutes, April, I'm here for it, and it is just, Alte have got the players that have been here and have seen games out, April, and it's just a very much let's see this game out kind of game management. And like I said, there's teams where once you're worried about to see games out, but Alte have got the experience to do it. When they do it or not, that's the question.
Yeah. 17th in the league suggests to me that they're not the most confident of places right now. However.
April. You can see the nerves here, April. You can see the nerves here.
Anywhere will do. Very lucky for Alte. To be honest, Domino.
They killed that game, April. After that goal in,
yeah.
They killed that game, fair play.
I think in the grand scheme of things, it probably ended up a fair result-ish. I mean, it's like when a fight goes all the way to the judges' scorecard, Domino. I think if the judges are going to score it and you leave it up to them, you can't be disappointed with it. That's what it feels like for Stranua at the moment. They had a lot of half chances. Loru was called upon several times. They didn't take those chances, and the difference was in the end we said at half time as Alte did, and Alte are the team picking up 3 points at the end of the day.
Yeah, and hopefully they can use this as a bit of resurgence to move themselves out of the table, because April, where they are now at this, for them, it's an embarrassment. With the players that you can see on that team sheet, with players like in there that have been there and won the league or been sniffing around and fighting for it, for that position for them to be in it's an insult to the individuals that are there. And they should know that, which means building blocks here, April, good run of form, and getting that next win under their belt for Stranua. What positives do you think you take out of that?
I mean, it was. Do you know what? You saved it a little bit there because I thought it was a tad aggressive. But then, actually, you're looking around the team. They're like, not on the name and shame anyone, but just talking about world-class players and players who've been there and done that. You know, the likes of Wembanyama, the likes of Yasin, Christitos, Valde. They're all VPG Esports Premier winners, sat in 17th place. So actually, whilst it was slightly aggressive, I do actually agree with the overall point in the end. And yeah, spot on. And I think it's now or never for Alte. Season. Week 3 is going to be massive for them because they need to make that charge up the table. And I think what works in their favour, Domino, is the fact that these VPG seasons are very long seasons. So all it takes is one good week and you're kind of there. And you're asking the question again, aren't you? So, right. I mean, we could talk about those games all night long, but we won't, because it's the main event of the evening. And welcome back to Neom. Great to have these guys back on the channel. Again, a bit like Struno, won our hearts, and they've made some good signings as well in the meantime. Cooler FX playing wide midfield tonight. Borsellino, Lunatic, Graham, all fantastic in that VPG Esports qualifying tournament in pre-season. And then they've got Sensei up front, who, again, is a world-class striker. Again, talking about world-class players. Also, look out for Borsellino as well. He is one of the cameramen tonight, but also a very, very good player. And a team that need no introduction, but we kind of have to give them one anyway. It is Focus. There is a bit of a storyline behind why Focus are on again tonight. And not that anyone matters. I mean, we love watching these guys. And to be fair, Domino, you flagged that they are actually doing quite well in this league. They are 13th. The form is a bit naff at the moment, but they're a team that we really love watching. And I think mixed with Neom, Domino, it should give us a bit of a belter.
Yeah, I mean, they competed against you there in the in the pre-season Cups April, and I don't think they played each other much, but they were again neck and neck in that tournament. Neom did shade it as in being the best team out of the two over the couple of nights, but you can't take any away from Focus, and we say it week in, week out. It depends what Focus you get on the night, April. When you get a Delosa, Keenan Page on fire, unstoppable. The only thing I'd ever know about Focus is Hammer will always have a 10 out of 10. That's the only thing I know.
They're a turn of the Hammer. I mean, he's been fantastic. He's been fantastic this season. Collecting tackles like I don't know, what do you collect? Stamps? I don't know.
Pokemon.
We call him the postman. Keenan Page up front, Delosa in cam. They're the two players that are going to get this team ticking over. Big shout out to Cobra as well. He's been in good form so far this season. And they're going to need to be in good form for the rest of tonight if they're going to get anything out of this game. It is our fourth and final game. Neom taking on Focus. Here we go. Are we going to broadcast Familacao tonight? No, they're on tomorrow. They're on tomorrow. Here we go then. It is Focus in the black, Neom in the white and the blue from left to right. 13th place Focus.
I'll tell you what, Abel, difference from our last game that we had on, because I believe this one on paper is due 50-50.
I mean, I don't mind a draw here as long as it's not a 0-0. I mean, let's hope for some goals. Let's be entertained tonight, and we've picked two good, entertaining teams. So long may that continue. Sarin, good shout out to him as well. Very, very good play. Oh, it's an early goal. Neom toe. What a start to this game. I mean, ask and you shall receive, eh, Domino?
I mean, we say it all the time, April, people need to but pull the trigger when you need to, April. And it just surprised the keeper, snuck in that bottom corner. Keeper got called, Focus got called 1-0 to Neom.
Yeah, and Ace with the goal. 4 minutes in, first blood, Neom. And looking to add to that tally are the Frenchmen. Again, picked up a VPG Esports Premier qualifying trophy along the way to qualifying for this league. And I tell you what, here he is looking for a second. A good line in the end by Focus. Rufox, thank you very much for the kind words. Thanks for swinging by as well. Thanks for stopping by for this last game of the night. 4 from 4. Valor slides through the barn. Will get a corner for his troubles.
I can see no Alfie Edge here, April.
No, that name's banned. Oh, I'll tell you what, free header. Oh, at the back post.
It's who you want to fall to as well.
Exactly.
It's who you want to fall to 3 yards out.
Look how many men Neom have got forward here, by the way. The step over dummy. Too cooler, by the way, is an absolute baller. Swings it into the back post. Porcelino heads it down. Nobody there. Players queuing up for this Neom side. They're smelling blood at the moment, Domino. They've come for a fight here. They've come for goals.
Yeah, they've started in a high gear. Hammer over there, obviously, just doing what Hammer does, Abel. Just that blanket of protection.
Yeah, he's going to be called upon quite frequently by the looks of things because Neom will come out with the traps flying. Here is Sensei. Stabs it into the middle. Picked up by Ace and fired home by Ace as well. His second of the game. Neom's second of the night. And I told you, Domino, these boys smell blood. They are cooking. It's 2-0 early on. 16 minutes gone.
And I think the danger here for Focus is the second balls, April. They're not winning enough second balls. And I don't know if that's positioning or just absolute chance, April, because they could theoretically fall anywhere. The second ball's been gobbled up by Neom, and then Neom are mounting attack off that when the ball goes up top. It's just... Neom have played fantastic and took in their chance where they come. It's nothing Focus have done poorly or done wrong or positioning 8 ball. It's just Neom have started a lot brighter, a lot quicker, a lot sharper. Focus are close to being out of this game within the first half. They just need to rally a little bit here, and if the team can do it, Focus can.
Sorry, the man went over the stands there. It's the cameraman as well, so it adds insult to injury. But yeah, I was kind of waiting to see if you were going to make the point, and you did. It doesn't matter who Neom are playing against in that first 20 minutes. They were carving anyone open on the night. So unfortunately for Focus, they're on the receiving end of it, and it doesn't look like they're going to be holding up anytime soon as that man on a hat trick inside 22 minutes. Ace.
April, casting your mind back, and obviously I don't know if you remember. Anyone scored a first half hat trick on the channel?
Ooh. There's a good question. We've definitely had second half hat tricks, and we've had hat tricks from centre backs, but we have.
Well, we're going to say no.
There's been one person, and I can't remember who it is, but if I stayed quiet this whole game, I might remember, but I'm not sure. Yeah, I was going to say I'm not. To be fair, people might prefer that. To be quite frank. Here is Keenan Page. I mean, that chance at the back post, Domino.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I tell
Massive.
you what, Abel.
Valles is in. Back post. Keeper had committed.
And a key sign here, Abel, not trying to inflate his ego or his head. Anytime Focus are not doing that well, ADL's not mentioned in it. Like,
yeah, I mean,
all of that.
The problem is there's when they don't get him the ball. He's had the ball twice and given the ball away twice so far. And we've got to call a spade here, because when he's good, we call him out for being good, but when he's playing not so great, you kind of have to say the thing as well. And that's a penalty, isn't it? That is a penalty, and they've got to give it to Ace. They've got to give it to Ace. We're gonna have
first half hat trick.
We're gonna have a chance here.
Oh, here we go.
To get a first half hat trick from the penalty spot. He's dinked it down the middle.
My.
Confirmation, not only a first half hat trick, a hat trick in 32 minutes for Ace. He's dinked it down the middle, and Neom, I mean, to be fair, I don't want to say they're out of sight, because Focus have got a goal or 3 in them, and I know that. And it's almost a bit like, well, if you're going to score 3, you might as well do it as early as possible, so we can.
Ball that is by ADL again.
So we can commit players.
That's what I mean about him either not getting on the ball. As soon as you get him on the ball, he will make something happen, good, bad, or indifferent. Either cause some chaos, cause some anarchy, or play a ball through. They just need to pick him up in these little dangerous positions, these pockets like here, where he's got space, time to turn, and get his head up. And unfortunately for him, Neon have been all over this Focus team, and they haven't been able to do anything. But here's another chance for the bar, cuts it in for that man. Oh, big hammer, April. Big hammer there.
Saw his name in lights. Saw his name in lights. Good save from Graham in the end. I mean, he stopped multiple attempts whilst he was just lying down in the goal. Good work from him. But again, it's so close yet so far for Focus. And Domino, just to go back on that point about Delosa in that cam position, you know, you give him the ball. This is insane football, by the way, from Neon. Sara looking for that return pass. You know, when you have cams, you need to let them give the ball away effectively. And Ace is, I was going to say, is not someone who's giving the ball away, but he gives the ball away there. You know, when you're playing with a cam, you need to expect them to give the ball away, and you take the rough with the smooth. And you know, you touched upon just giving him the ball and letting him cook. And I think they need to keep the faith with it a little bit, because when he does get the ball, you saw that ball into the back post earlier on. He can cook with it, but it's just not happened frequently enough, and it's mainly because Neon are just vultures at the moment. They're looking so good, so assured in possession. They need to get this man on the ball as well. Valles has looked very, very good. The Barn fires it into his strike partner, and it's going to be confirmation of half-time. Takes us in at 3-0 Neon. I don't think many people saw that one coming, Domino.
No, but I don't even think Focus have been playing bad, April. The Neon in the performance they've been inspired. It's all over the pitch. It's in the transitions. It's in the front man at the minute. And when you get a goal like that, confidence builds, and confidence building this Neon team into a performance that you're seeing in the minute. Focus have, they've been subpar their normal best. I think there's bits and pieces they can do better, but my main thing is they look like they're chasing shadows out there, April. When Neon start going through the gears, when they go up the pitch, it does look like they've got so much time to spare, and it's actually scary looking at it. It'll be scary to play against.
Yeah, Neon have got a good side, and then they've added some very good players to it as well. And I think what they're cooking over there in Neon is it's going to be good to watch, and it's definitely one to watch as the season progresses, because don't forget, these boys are newly promoted, so they shouldn't be winning games like this 3-0 at half-time. It just shouldn't happen in a league like this, but yet here we are, and we're saying they're good value for it as well. So not only have they got the result from the first half, they've also got the performance to boot, and that's a scary sign, not just for Focus, but for the rest of the league as well.
Yeah, and they're only going to grow and get better, April, the more they play with each other and the more they learn the game. Because obviously everything keeps evolving, April. Now these players are level 60, which they've had a week to practice with their... Because everything changes. The way you move, the way, again, the attributes you put on. You've had a week to develop your new pro. It's ever changing, and the more they can practice, the more they can get better, April. But Focus here, if they can get something early, seed of doubts will start creeping in from this Neon team. It's happened before, but it's easier said than done.
Yeah, and they just look so good going forward. It's all one-touch football, playing through the thirds. I've rarely seen a long ball from them. They love keeping it on the deck, and it's just been an onslaught. And every now and then you just see a performance where you say, yeah, fair enough. Fair enough, and unfortunately at the moment for Focus it's happening to them, but they're masters of their own fate here, and they do like a goal, and they usually score a goal or two as well. They're good value for some good attacking play. We've seen it in spells, and it's almost a bit like Stranur in the last game, Domino. They've had the half chances, and it's just that Neom and this man have put those half chances to bed. He's put them to bed, tucked them to bed, give them a kiss on the head as Ace, but you know it needs someone in that Focus side to step up, Domino, and do the same.
Yeah, exactly that, April. I mean, punched again. It's these second balls, April. For some reason, they're just falling in the way of Neon.
Lunatic at the back post, heads just wide. I mean, that would have. If the 3-0 hadn't already sealed it, I mean, a fourth there would obviously be lights, but HB wins it high up, off the gaffer, edges, waiting for space to open up. It doesn't. Yeah, well defended in the end from Focus, because that ball got one very, very high up. Mood Hullet to the hammer. Trying to get things ticking himself now. Over the top it goes to Isaac.
Oh my, just got absolutely bullied, floored, and then insult to injury. It was not even for again.
and then the throw and taker did a little pirouette as well. Which,
I love that. It was a 360.
More people need to do that.
360 no scope.
Delosa over the top. It goes looking for Valles, who's looked lively, to be fair, in this game. And again, if they can introduce him onto the ball a little bit more, because at the moment it's not ticking anywhere else. You almost need to call an audible on the pitch, and that's not helpful. It's just not, is it? Just concede that possession. We don't need to go all the way back. Just cheat your man a little bit. Stay up. 3-0 down.
Yeah, other than that header at the back post, April, we barely mentioned Keenan Page. We've mentioned that ball was behind it. That's a great save.
Coblerone once again. I mean, it's the first time Coblerone, I'm sure he'll correct me if I'm wrong, is played at this level as well. And good positioning from the man. Is just about to glaze. It's good for him as well, making a name for himself as a VPG Esports Premier goalkeeper as well. And again, we're constantly looking for positives to take out of performances and results like this, because quite clearly, again, you just look at the quality Neom have got going forward. They're just picking focus off at the moment. The damage was arguably done in the first 30 minutes. So you've got to then think about, okay, well, can we take any positives from this? And the good thing for Focus is there are positives around the pitch that they can pick up. But at the moment, HB slots it through to this man who's been in inspired form, and Cobra, and makes the save once again. There's another positive for you. I mean, it's the same positive I flagged before, but
we'll recycle it. What we do on the channel.
Can someone else be positive, please? Hutch with the clearance.
Yeah.
Second
ball.
ball.
Well, I can't think how many times it's happened.
Good win. Good win from Morrill at the back post there, because all of Focus had pushed out and 3 Neon players at the back post there.
But if you think about world-class teams out here, right, when we watched the Focus versus Fama game, and it was nail-biting, it was close, it was a great game, back and forth, and you watch Neon here, in essence, kind of play Focus off the park. It's a little bit scary thinking about it.
I think it comes down to two things. You said in the intro, it depends what Focus turn up. I think we know the answer. It's not the Focus that played against Fama, is it? But also take nothing away from this Neon side, because again, if they were playing the likes of Fama and the usual suspects at the top of the table, I think they would have been on the receiving
that's so
end.
much better, April. That's the Focus we know. That transition through the third, 1-2 touch, slick. ADL starting it off with that first progressive ball out there. It's just not been enough, April. It's been too few and far between for this team tonight.
Yeah, totally agreed. 12 minutes to go. Valles restarts with a throw. First time pass to Keenan Page, and Graham has guessed the right way. A very, very underrated goalkeeper is Graham, and again, a bit like Kobaro, just showing why, just reminding us why he's playing in this division to begin with. World-class save from him from point-blank range, and again, when it's not your night, Domino. 2 big chances missed. Is this going to be a third? It is going to be a third, because it's a fantastic save. Once again, it doesn't matter, Domino. It's all psychological at this point. Graham makes another world-class save. There's your headline.
I mean, April, how has everyone on the park for this Neon team played 10? Like, it doesn't make any sense, does it? Genuinely makes no sense.
I told you, when it's not your night, it's not your night, but when it is your night, and Neon, again, 3-0 up after 30 minutes, of course it's going to be their night, but it does require...
Keenan Page is absolute head loss there. 3 slide tackles.
I would be as well. I would be as well. You know, he's had 2 half chances, which by his massive standards...
Oh, my.
By his massive standards, 9 times out of 10 he's putting away. And then you're on the receiving end of something you can't really help as a striker. It's just a pasting on the other half of the pitch. And I get it.
April, can I test your knowledge again? After that tackle.
Stuff like that does not help. But there is HB10. It is a cherry on top of this Goldfest Sunday. It is Neon for Focus nil. Architects of their own downfall for that goal given away very, very deep in their half. And there'll be a steward's inquiry, Domino, because not a lot of teams work harder off the pitch than Focus. I know Delosa likes to get the boys together. He likes to discuss, what's going well, what's not going well, and it's all right sitting here saying, well, the things that are going well, Valors looks good and Cobron looks good. There needs to be a steward's inquiry as to why you're getting beat by a team that got promoted alongside you. I think at the end of the day, to be quite brutally honest about it. And I think that's exactly what Delosa and his senior players will do at the end of this game. Don't be shocked to see some changes, I think, on Tuesday.
Yeah. I mean, you know ADL, he's not scared to make any changes. But again, this football here, ADL, look at that. And again,
exactly.
Unbelievable. ADL with the idea, the smarts to play that ball there, and then unfortunately, it's just not their day. We'll just chalk it up. It's not your day.
No. Morrell does well, completes the clearance, completes the game, and confirmation of this man first and foremost. I mean, tried to take the ball in the 30-minute mark. They didn't let him because we needed to carry on playing. But truth be told, Domino, we could have all just gone home from that point onwards because the writing was on the wall. It was clear to see which Neon side had turned up, and unfortunately for Focus, it was the Neon side who apparently are one of the best teams in the world.
Yeah, I mean, you go back and watch the highlights of that game. 8-ball, we're going to call it now, but you know when you have like a weak highlight, it's just been, I mean, we've had a 3-0, a 4-0, a one-sided 2-1 with Alte, and then a 4-0 to Focus. It's been a game of clear-cut victories in the nicest
And tell you what,
way.
we don't normally get that. We've not seen a pasting for quite some time, and you know there were a couple of borderline pastings tonight.
I think 4-8, you can put in that category.
Yeah, I mean Neon now, that's their, well, it would have been 8th game, but the 7th that we know about because they would have played before that. But played 7, won 5 for a newly promoted side. They're going to be the real deal at the moment. That's 5 games in a row they've won. I'm just going to lay that early foundation, Domino, that week number 3 little seed for you, because I don't think many people would have been saying that at the start of the season.
No. If they watch them pre-season, I mean, we've covered and we've digested so much of their esports prep. Like, we've digested the teams at the highest levels, the lowest levels. When we saw Neon play in that pre-season tournament, like, you could tell they wouldn't be up there, but you can tell they can compete in that league 100%. The football they were playing was incredible. So I didn't think they'd be struggling to stay in the league, but I wanted to know how high they could go up the league. And again, time will tell, but their runner forms are looking fantastic, 8-ball, and you can clearly see they're finding their feet, they're finding their groove, and they might be a team to watch.
I mean, the good thing about the pre-season tournament that Domino's referring to, the qualifiers, you know, we had the likes of Neon, we had the likes of A3 Stranua, we had the likes of GSK and Casapia. And every single one of them falls in, and obviously others like Genesium and Axlan, but for obvious reasons they're bottom and second bottom, so they're getting left out of this because it ruins my point. But we were looking at teams like Domino said and saying these are really, really good sides. Of course they belong in this division, but as Domino said, normally when you get newly promoted sides, they say, yeah, that's fine, they belong here, but also be prepared to, you know, take a bit of a pounding every now and then, and, you know, sit in with 2 banks of 4 and maybe play some counter-attacking football. This season's not been like that at all, and I think there's some very, very dangerous sides who came through those qualifiers, and I think we just saw one of them tonight, Domino.
Yeah, 8-ball. Nail on the head there, mate. I think out of all the teams we saw out there, you'd put them up in the top 2, top 3 that qualified to come up there, and I do think they're just scratching the surface of how good they can actually be. The more experience they get, the more games they play at this high level, the only better they're going to get, which is a scary thought to think where they could be at the end of the season once they develop that information. It's just holding on to players' retention, and keeping the same philosophies going forward. But yeah, they, in my opinion, they can go a long way. To end at 8-ball, Focus, obviously doing well in the esports prem. I think doing better than they think they'd think, if that makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, straight from Delosa's mouth, that if they stay up this season, it's job well done. You know, it's we said last week when they played Fama as well, they're not just here to make up the numbers. They do want to achieve something this season, and that's why, you know, I think if they fell into the category of thinking, you know, we are just here to make up the numbers. We are, it's happy just to come along for the ride. I think getting beat 4-0, they probably just go and forget about it. That's why I'm saying there will be a stewards inquiry. They do want to know why they're getting beat, and I think that's a testament to the management, the senior players. They do want to achieve something this season, and fair play to them, because I think you and I, Domino, when we were in management, we would have been exactly the same in that situation, in that scenario. Granted, it would have been League 7, conference, whatever, but the same point applies, and I think they'll go off and they'll do what they need to do, because they had a good start to the season. Form's been a bit stinky since, but again, they're mid-table, and I think they'll be happy with that, but don't rest on their laurels, because it's a long old season. Right then,
no,
I think we put the world to rights there. I think
and a standard end of stream on Monday. Well, we always have a lot to talk about at the end of Monday, because me and you never stop talking off camera, on camera, during camera.
Don't tell them. To be fair, they probably would have guessed that anyway. Speaking of which, we won't be talking tomorrow, because it's just me tomorrow, unless I can find a special guest.
I'm excited.
Commentator. I mean, Bread Sheeran set the standards so high that I think he put everyone else off doing it, because
I didn't want to come back.
I didn't want you to come back. So watch this space, but Domino will be back with us on Thursday for the full Pro Clubs Weekly experience. Until then, do join me and probably just myself tomorrow 8 p.m. and Thursday 8 p.m. We'll have 8 more games for you the rest of this week. And again, as we always say, thank you very much for supporting the channel. Thank you very much for supporting pro clubs in general. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. It really, really does help. And yeah, I'll see you tomorrow. Hopefully a little bit more streamlined on the old setup.
I can't imagine you doing that by yourself and then jumping on stream. I mean,
I would have had a breakdown. Yeah, I mean,
yeah.
To be fair, I feel like it might have been worse. I knew you were just sat there like, what the hell's going on? But to be fair, you do that anyway, so nothing changed.
Yeah, I didn't know anything was actually wrong until you typed. But nonetheless, guys, it's been a pleasure as always. Thanks to the teams that jumped on stream with us. Thanks to new teams that had across there as well. It's been fantastic. I'll be back Thursday. Obviously, we're back tomorrow. But yeah, enjoy your evening, and we go again April.
Yep. Cheerio, guys. Have a good one.